Just, I think, normal life stuff. How do I handle this situation? How do I navigate? And if I'm up at night, it's usually a question like that.
I have to say not much. I sleep well. But on the nights that I do, it's usually something to do with business, I would say. A client.
I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night with the kind of typical worries of any artist, which is, the kind of basic survival issues. All artists, unless they're supremely lucky, are kind of battling their desire to create and their inability to think about their finances with, the real needs of the real world. And so there are times I wake up feeling super vulnerable about that. But then I just talk myself down and go, you know what? Doing the best I can. I always land on my feet. Go back to sleep, honey. And I almost always do.
The biggest thing that really worries me is the earth and the climate and what we're doing to our environment. I mean, I have a young kid, I have an older kid, and what's the world going to be like for them? And how can I do something to help that? That is the biggest thing that I worry about.
I think in the past, I would wake up worried about things that were going on in my life. Problems with my children and divorces and money. And lately, I don't wake up for those reasons. I maybe just get up and go to the bathroom and go back to sleep. Take a sliver of Ambien.
The mortgage.
I think, I wake up sometimes and I think a lot about my past and the roads not taken or the roads taken badly or the bumpy roads. I also think that we're really kind of fucked as a planet, and that does keep me up at night. I mean, I just think that the natural resources are dwindling at an alarming rate. I think water is the next big crisis, and I think it's, if you look at planet Earth as this giant ship, it's really hard to change the course of the ship. It's really hard to make it turn even just a couple of degrees. And you wake up in the middle of the night and you start thinking about how far we haven't come in so many ways. I mean, some of the problems that the country and the world's dealing with, boy, we were sure dealing with them when we were in our teens.
What keeps me up at night? I think it's anxiety. I think when I start to focus too much on the future, or what could or should or might happen, and fear of some ghastly disease which doesn't quite kill you but leaves you almost dead, and then your children have to take care of you, and that kind of stuff. So I try to cut that off at the pass because I have a fairly big imagination and I can go down a lot of pathways on that.
The stuff that I love to do every day.
Absolutely nothing, pretty much. I'm not an insomniac. I have good sleep. Don't have a problem with that.
Good. Well,
yeah.
We'll bottle you.
I know. People have problems with it. I don't.